John Hett Sports Foundation is a non-profit organization whose goal is to get Nigerian players to top 50 in the world. In the beginning of this year, I was registered on PSA, that is Professional Sports Association, and my membership was paid for a full year. John Hett Sports Foundation has put in place a fitness coach, a sports coach, and even facilities, that is a sports coach, 2 sports courts, where we can go to and train every day, just the foundation players and the coaches. So they also made an hospital available for players to go to for regular checkups or anything injury related, where if we go there, we would be attended to immediately. So our sports coach has put in place training for individual players to work on their strengths, their weaknesses on courts, off courts, that is mentally, and even techniques on courts. Then our fitness coach also helped us by taking us to the gym, working on our muscles and all of that, and also on track, that is your endurance, your stamina, your speed, your agility. And yeah, before I joined John Hett Sports Foundation, I was ranked 8th in the country, that is the national ranking. And with these few months that I've stayed with them, I'm already 4. I've rose up to 4, and I'm very sure before the end of the year, I could go higher. Okay, so I'm a left-handed player, so I feel like that gives me an edge over the rest because my forehand is their backhand and their backhand is my forehand. So my backhand, that is my weakness. I try to focus more on that by playing more shots there, trying to not get overwhelmed when I'm playing, because that is the strength of my opponent. So if they keep on putting pressure there, it sometimes affects me during play. So I try to make sure that even with their power, because I'm able to retain it and even deliver some very good shots of my own. I work on my forehand too, because that is the backhand of my own opponents. So I'm able to overwhelm them, that is, play more shots, make more points in the forehand, because that's where my opponent's backhand is. So I work on my volley, because I'm a tall person, so my volley drop and my volley is something I also work on to make them very, very sharp. So I can play them from anywhere in the court, so I can make my points during games. Eventually, I started training too. Everything was on my dad. He was training us, taking us to the court during weekends, because it's a bit far from our house then. So we would go, we would train, we would play, train with other people because it's a club, so there were other players there as well. So in the long run, we started attending tournaments. So that really urged me to try and become better so I can win my own as well. Whenever I have finals to play, my mom, my dad, everybody would come. They would come to cheer me on, and this gave me a different kind of confidence on court, because I'm playing, I look back, I see them, they're like, come on.
Misturah has been a source of inspiration to others, to other siblings, and even to the mother and the father. She's the type that is very determined. She has this mental toughness that, look, I don't want to give up, especially at the junior stage. So all those things has really helped her to improve her standard in the game of squash.
So it's like, when I see them at the back, it gives me like more, I don't know how to explain, but it gives me a push to want to play more, to want to perform very well and win, because I wanted to make them really proud. I One thing I feel like is hindering the growth of squash in Nigeria is publicity, because not many people are aware of the fact that there's a game called squash, or there are even people that take it as a profession. So I feel like if we are able to collaborate with other sports, like maybe football, tennis, and like play tournaments together, or even reach out to maybe organizations or we just need an avenue to put the sport out there, to let them know what we're trying to do. So that is, we need people to know about the game so they can want to play it, they can want to fund it, and they can want to see people that can excel very, very well in it. So if corporate organizations come in, they can host tournaments, not just tournaments, but very big tournaments, and make sure they put it out there for people to come and watch, for people to see. Yeah, and also I feel like there are courts in Lagos that are restricted to some people, and I feel like that doesn't really help. We need courts that are accessible to not just players, but even people, regular people that would just like maybe see what is actually going on here, and maybe they can pick an interest in it. So we need more courts. Never would I have thought that at the age of 16 I would be among the top 5 in the country, but John Hett Sports Foundation has made that very possible. I'm not just playing in a different type of way. I stand out among my peers, that is other under 19 players. There is a noticeable difference among us, and I feel like without John Hett Sports Foundation, I wouldn't have been able to get there yet.